Hi everybody, it's Chris from the FruitGuys. I want to talk to you today about our guiding principles, and they're called the 5 Rs. And it's the philosophy that we developed in FruitGuys back in 1999 as a way to help us understand who we are and a way to understand how we make decisions that really explains the intention of what we're trying to accomplish rather than just the specific instructions of how we actually accomplish those things. One of the things relative to COVID that we're seeing right now is that our business has been dramatically and very difficultly impacted. And we're making decisions every day to try to put us on the road to recovery and sustainability and longevity. And I'm proud to say that the same principles that we started the business with are the ones that, when I look at the decisions we're making, are the underpinnings of the thought processes that go into everything we're doing right now. So the 5 Rs, what is it? Back in 1999, we had a driver that was coming back from a delivery to a downtown office in San Francisco. And before he got back to the warehouse, our customer, a woman, called me on the phone and she said to me, "Chris, your driver just came in and made a delivery and he gave me the finger and left." And I thought, that's absolutely horrible. I apologized to her profusely and said, "Let me understand what's going on. We'll get back to you, and I promise we'll make this right." The driver came back to the warehouse, and I asked him, I said, what happened? Why did this incident happen? And he said, "Well, I was running late, and I was frustrated, and I got up to the 10th floor where I make the delivery normally, and my normal contact wasn't there. I usually put the fruit in the kitchen, and this woman came out and yelled at me and said, 'Move the fruit from the kitchen into the break room.'" And this person was not his normal contact. Of course, it was his contact's boss. And I said to this guy, I said, "Why would you ever react to somebody that way? They're your customer. Why wouldn't you ever listen to what they're asking you to do and just do it?" And he said, "My dad taught me a long time ago that if somebody disrespects you, the only way you earn respect is by disrespecting them right back." And I realized that my definition of customer experience and customer service and respect was completely different than this driver's definition was. And I thought a lot about this, and it took me a year of journal writing to really think about what are the core values that I want to teach in the business that have to do with the intention of what we're trying to accomplish so that people can make decisions in the field independently without having to be giving the specific instruction to do it. And we came up with these 5 Rs, and there are 5 questions we asked to understand how are we working with customers, with peers, with vendors, with the world at large to make sure that we're living our values every day. And so the 5 questions are, have we been respectful at all times to the people that we're working with? And we define respect, not a respect that you give because somebody is a boss or they have authority over you, but respect because this is a human being that's walking the earth with you as well. How are we responsive to people's needs? And we talk about the difference between being responsive to a situation versus being reactive to a situation. And often being reactive to a situation is an emotional kind of thing, where being responsive requires you to listen and understand so that you're listening to understand what this person's saying and you can respond appropriately to them. The 3rd R is, have we been realistic about what we can or can't do in a situation? We always want to be upfront about what we think we can or can't accomplish in a particular situation. The 4th is, do we take personal responsibility for the outcome? So as we're thinking about solving a problem, even if it doesn't look like our job or our responsibility, are we seeing it through? And our responsibility is to understand how we're seeing it through. So if it has to be passed off to somebody else, or if it needs to be addressed, that the problem is actually getting addressed and solved. And then the 5th R is, when we walk away from the situation, are we going to be remembered positively? So that through any interaction we've accomplished our goal of putting good into the world and being in service to others and doing the best we can for the benefit of our customers, our peers, our vendors, and the communities at large that we serve. So these guiding principles, the 5 Rs, they're the underpinning of the way that the FruitGuys works, the way that we see customer experience, and the way that we think about solving problems. And more importantly, it's the philosophy of the way we want to be remembered as a business in the long term, as an evergreen business in the long term of history that we hope is very long. So with that, I thank you. Have a lovely day. Take care.